Well, chances are you had a teddy bear growing up. That's teddy bear. Did you have a teddy bear growing up?
Yes,
I had
absolutely.
one. I just found it. My mom just pulled it out of the attic not too long ago.
Oh, really?
They're fun to play with. They provide kids with a sense of security and that protection.
But not every child is fortunate enough to have a teddy bear, and our next guests are working hard to change that with the Hug-A-Bear program.
Welcome from Omaha Works Volunteers, President Bob Wolkins, and head seamstress for Hug-A-Bear, Darla Plymale. Good to see you.
Hi.
Thanks for coming in.
Morning. I am so excited to learn about this. I was doing my research about it yesterday. Great organization. What is Hug-A-Bears for those who have not heard about it?
It is a group that used to be the Telecom Pioneers of America that was sponsored by AT&T and all the regional telephone companies. And it actually started in 1980s, early 80s at the Omaha Works of Western Electric. And we didn't keep records until 2000, and since 2000 we made almost 42,000 bears.
No kid, 42,000?
And they are given away to police, fire departments, hospitals, anybody, rescue squads, anybody who needs them. To get, like in a car wreck, they give one out to a small child, or the hospitals give them out to kids before surgery. And they've even made it as far as the Middle East.
Wow. So it's not just here?
No, they've actually saved lives in the Middle East because a unit was given Hug-A-Bears. They took them to the Middle East and they gave them out to kids. And one day, there was a little girl standing out in the middle of the road, and here comes this American convoy. And you know, American convoys don't stop. Yeah. They stopped because she wouldn't move. And they got out, she had a Hug-A-Bear. And they asked her what was wrong. And through an interpreter, she said, "There's IEDs in the road ahead of you, don't go there."
Oh,
So,
wow.
So she stopped them to tell them. And
what a story.
Yeah, amazing. And so this is a heck of an operation too. We were seeing some of the pictures. And how do you make these? I mean, because how do you go through the process of that?
We start off with blankets. We purchase blankets, then we cut them, and then I sew them together. Then, well, first the eyes and noses get put on, and they're reinforced so the little kids can't pull them off. And then I sew them together, and then we have others that do the, turn them inside out. I also clip them, but they turn them inside out, and then they get stuffed, and thanks to 3M, they give us their runoff flow, so we don't have to purchase that.
So they don't have
And so you, 42,000 bears though, or how many of those have you sewn? You haven't done all 42,000.
No. There was a lady that was sewing, and then she passed, and so I ended up, there's been different ones sewing. But we also have hooks and needles that are related with our Hug-A-Bears. But anyway, they stuff them, stitch them, and then they're given out to all the different organizations. They have them with the police and stuff for when kids are taken away from their home, and they'll give them a Hug-A-Bear to hug onto and stuff.
Yeah, some real tough situations.
One of those organizations is Jacob's House, right?
Yes.
Explain what Jacob's House is and why you chose that organization.
well, I was the president of the group, the Pioneers, and our mothership, as we call it, in Denver, which was our headquarters, started billing us for check writing fees that we couldn't afford. So our money was dwindling, so we voted to disband, and they needed a 501c3 to support them so they could buy stuff without paying taxes on it. And my wife and I started Jacob's House in 2002, and our mission was to serve poor children in Romania. And we have a camp for 100 kids a year, every year in Romania, and have had since about 2007. And we hopefully we can continue that into perpetuity. That's our plans at the present. But so I offered them to come into Jacob's House to give them the benefits of a 501c3. And so that's how it started. My wife and I started Jacob's House. But
what did you guys bring in here? There's some other blankets here, and there's an award here on the table as well.
As Jerry said, this is a bra for a female centipede.
It's really a scarf. I was thinking,
it's actually a scarf.
Yeah.
And now my wife knitted. She knits
soft.
every night. She knits in the wintertime, and these are baby blankets that go to Lydia House for unwed mothers. And Same here, and they
the
make these
kitty
for
things
Yeah.
And so this is really expanded.
for the
And all-
Humane Society,
all
the
the-
kitty.
all the leftover yarn we make kitty blankets out of.
Yeah.
Cute. And then you have this, there's an award right
Yeah.
here. What is this?
That was in 2012. We received I guess it was called the Points of Light Award from the governor's wife for the outstanding volunteer organization of the year. And then they said to us, "What do you do to keep them happy?" He says, "We don't do anything to keep them happy because these people love what they do,
Right.
and they show up every Tuesday. We make 100 bears a week."
100 a week. So how does someone help out? How can we help your organization so we can continue this?
We desperately need money.
Yes.
This year, no, this year
We understand.
we had money when they spun us off. After we were there for 100 years, they had a big celebration on the East Coast, and then they all dumped us, if you want to put it politely. And so we've been very, very frugal with our money, and this year we're running out of money.
Okay.
And thank God for the Maple Ridge. They allow us to meet there every Tuesday morning and don't charge us anything. And some of their residents actually come down and help stuff and stuff. So we can always use somebody if they're freshly retired and their eyes are good and they can hand sew
Yeah.
for the bottoms.
We have
because
another
that's hand
retirement
sewed.
center that wants to help, but we can't use them because we don't have the material.
Okay.
Listen, the website's at the bottom of the screen, and you know, they don't ask for a lot of attention. They're doing some great things. So if you want to help out, omahaworks.net, that's the website.
And Tim Dunning, we've got to tell him thank you, the sheriff, because he really has donated, helped us out some, and
Yeah.
we give them bears.
A lot of people help out. We have to go. Thank you for
Yes,
bringing the
thank you
bears
so
in.
much.
Okay.
Appreciate
It's great to see you. We'll have you back soon.